Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is Priest and Officer of Bun Karad 500 of the I.S.U.P.K. reporting from South Carolina with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street underneath Commanding General YAHANNA, and we are not associated with any other Israelite groups. And tonight's class is going to be on separation, on separating from everybody, man. Separation is the answer for everything, for all the problems we're going through right now. Separation is how we're going to really get some type of respect, any type of justice, and protesting with the same people that kill us is not going to help us. We've been seeing a lot of our people go to these protests. They've been protesting, holding hands, saying we shall overcome, no justice, no peace, thinking that it's good for all of us to come together and protest. You know what I'm saying? And we've been seeing now that the Most High is not with that. He's not with us protesting with everybody and joining hands with the same people that kill us. Because if people are starting to find out now that while they're out there protesting with the so-called white man or the so-called oppressor, they're finding out that a lot of them are the ones who are starting the problems. A lot of them are the ones who are throwing the bricks through the windows and starting everything, kicking off the riots, like General YAHANNA had brought out on the grill Monday, and General Muhammad brought out also in class that I.S.U.P.K, that's the name of it, right?
What's that?
I.S.U.P.K, that's the people that's up there. That's I.S.U.P.K, they kind of like the ones who they go around and they send different white people all around, and they start the riots off, and then it angers us, and then we jump right on in it with him. They had yesterday in Greenwood, they had a protest down there where they said that they had a couple protests the week before. They had one that Saturday and that Sunday. They said all of a sudden people had got messages that Black Lives Matter was coming in on the bus to Greenwood, and people was like, wait a minute. They was like, hold up, y'all don't come down here with that bull, that BS. They was like, we already did our little marching and our little protest. They was like, how come y'all got to come down here? So they was saying that when they hopped off the bus, they said it was black people and white people all coming in together. I'm like, goddamn, Salagi. I'm like, if Black Lives Matter, how come you got, so-called Caucasian people hopping off the bus with you to protest? But us in the I.S.U.P.K, we know it's all just a propaganda, man. We know all of that is just a propaganda. Black lives does not matter. And people are starting to find that out. Because the same people who you're joining hands with are the same ones that's out there making the protests worse. Out there passing out bricks, up there pulling up on y'all and people in cars with bricks, telling them to throw it in the window. Going to the younger brothers out there, giving them bricks, telling them to throw it in the window. There was a couple of videos we have seen where there were cars with Esau in it, or so-called oppressor in it, handing out bricks. And the sister stopped these devils from here. I wish I could pull the video up for you and show you what the sister stopped these devils and said, why y'all out there giving these people bricks? That they gonna get in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the oppressor is, man. He's a devil, man. He's sneaky and he's conniving. And don't be fooled when you see them out there marching with you and holding your hand. It's all a propaganda. It's something for them in it. Because they don't give a damn about our people. And what we should do is what the I.S.U.P.K has been telling us to do since 1969, which is to separate. If we separate from these devil, man, we won't have to worry about these problems, man. And the Most High has always wanted the nation of Israel to be separate from all nations that are on the face of this planet. So we shouldn't be at these protests with these oppressors holding hands and trying to get them to join in with us on these protests. Remember this, it was a brother who got killed by a devil amongst these nations, man, amongst their nation. It was our brother George Floyd who got killed by one of these oppressors. Now we're going to go down there and march with him and hold hands with him, saying Kumbaya, we shall overcome, and kiss him and hold him and everything. We had the brothers up there in Minnesota who had them devils kissing boots, and it was our people who were angry about it. Our people were angry. Like, what the hell are y'all angry about? These devils should be down on their knees kissing boots. That's the least thing they could do. Because when our kings come back, when our king Yahushua come back, they're going to have to do more than just kiss boots. You're going to have to pick cotton. You're going to have to shine shoes. You think kissing the boot is a problem. Ooh wee. Wait till you get in the cotton field. Wait till you get in the cotton field and you got to pick cotton for 12 hours non-stop in the sun. You know, how you think that's gonna do with these devils non-stop? And you got Israelites, you know, over you, watching you, making sure you pick this cotton. And you mean to tell me, you know, them kissing boots is a problem? After everything we don't endured and suffered from these devils for 400 plus years? You know, our babies being taken, our women being raped, our men being killed. And you mean to tell me that they shouldn't kiss boots? They shouldn't be on their knees? That's the least thing they should do, man. You know, how we going to try to go march with them, man? It's not going to work. And now we're starting to see it's not going to work. You know, if you can give me Exodus 33, verse 16. That's what we're starting to see, man. It's not going to work. And more proof that it's not going to work with these protests, the Most High is going to have another increase in the coronavirus. Everybody out there trying to hold hands and love everybody, you know, no. It's not going to work with hate. We got to have love. You know, our people out there looking as foolish they could be, man, out there telling us we should love everybody. I seen one brother, this brother said, man, it was so disgusting, man. I grew up with the brother, and I seen on his Facebook, he said, I'm going to start rocking with these white women because they on the front line with us too. I said, good night, man. I was just like, man, right, I just doomed, just like a prostitute, man. Love everybody. And that's what's happened to us, man. We don't became like prostitutes for the other nation. We just love everybody, no matter what they do to us. Spit in your face, beat you down, you know, slap you around. As long as they got something for you, guess what? We still gonna love them. And that's what our people that's out there marching, still trying to hold hands and love Esau and kiss his tail. That's what they're expecting from it. You know, they don't even give a damn about getting justice from the brother George Taylor. You know, a lot of people out there looting and doing God knows what out there, man. It's horrible, man. You know, even they had a video of that brother who got shot in front of the pawn shop, trying to protect the pawn shop. Me myself, I was wondering who owned the pawn shop. You know, whose pawn shop was he trying to protect? And then more information came out that he used to be an ex-cop. You know, I was like, damn, you know, hey, the Most High think different than me. You know, I felt like the brother shouldn't have died like that, but, you know, who am I to say what the Most High thinks? You got it up?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 16. For wherein shall it to be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight?
You know what I mean? We have found grace in the Most High's sight. You know what I mean? You got it up?
Is it not in that thou goest with us? So shall we be separated?
So shall we be what?
Separated?
No, we should join hands and go down to protest Black Lives Matter.
Shall we be separated?
That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be separated. You can go ahead up.
In thy people from all the people that are upon the face of the earth?
Man, we're supposed to be separated from these people, man. We're supposed to be separated from all nations on the face of this earth. That's why we're getting killed in these streets. Because we're not separated. We like to join our oppressors, man. And we're obviously starting to see what happens when we're not separated from these devils. You know what I'm saying? Since we're not separated from these devils, look at how they do us, man. The Most High told us to separate from these nations because he knows that the only way a people can survive and live is if they separate. You know, even with the fake Jews, man, you look at them during the time where Hitler was killing them and murdering them after everything was over with. You know, they separated from the Germans. The fake Jews did. You know, you didn't see the fake Jews going down in Germany marching with them with flags up and signs telling them all Jews' lives matters and holding their hands. They got the hell away from them, man. They knew the only way you could preserve a people is if you separate from them. But we have yet still come to understand that. You know, we still think that we got to join hands with everybody and it's going to make everything okay. It's not going to make everything okay. We're going to continue to see our people get killed. We're going to continue to see our people get murdered in the streets. You know, like I was saying, man, you didn't see the fake Jews go join hands with the Nazis and yell out no justice, no peace. They knew better. They knew the only way you could survive from a murderer is to get away from him. But we haven't figured that out yet, man. We haven't figured that out. We haven't figured out in 400 years the only way for us to survive is to separate from the oppressor. We have to. We can't be celebrating their traditions, their holidays. We can't be doing the things that they do. You know, even though they breaking and busting windows, man, we can't be looting like these people, man. You know, that's the stuff Esau does, man. And when we try to follow them, guess what happens to us? We get killed. We get murdered. You know, you seeing on the news now, man, people shooting looters, shooting out people, murdering. More people have started to die from the police. Even amongst all these riots going on, it's still like people out there dying and still getting killed and still getting murdered, man. Like, it's not going to help that you go down there and try to march with the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think is going to happen when you try to bring them in on your plot and try to let them understand your sight? With Esau being the devil that he is, man, he'll overthrow your whole little situation and take it over. Just like Black Lives Matters. During the time before President Trump came in the chair, you know, people started finding out that Black Lives Matter was started by 2 lesbians and some Edomites. They funded the whole thing. They were saying George Soros had funded the money for them to start Black Lives Matter. So how are you going to be a part of something that was started by a devil? It was started by something that was unrighteous. You know, that's why Black Lives Matter, after Donald Trump won the election, they disappeared. They didn't have an answer for black folks. They didn't have an answer for Mexicans and so-called Native Americans. They didn't have an answer. But the I.S.U.P.K, we had an answer, man. The answer is for us to separate from these devils, man. We have to separate in order for us to preserve our lives. That's the only way we're going to survive. That's the only way we're going to be able to get away from these devils killing us. Because if we separate from them and come back to the Most High and serve Him and keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, we will live and we will survive. But as long as we continue to go down there and hold hands and hold up the signs and hug each other and say all love, no hate, man, we're going to be doing this again. In another 5 years, we'll be doing this again. 2015, when was it? When Obama got elected, when he got reinstated again. I think it was 2012 or something like that. 2012, when he got back in there, he won the election again. Right before his end, right when he was starting to leave, you start seeing cops kick it up a notch, man. You start seeing them kick it up a notch and start killing us again. And that was when a so-called black president was in the White House. You know, but here in the I.S.U.P.K, we know that Barack Obama isn't our people. He's a so-called Hamite, a so-called African. He's not our people. But even when he was in the chair, you start seeing these police officers turn it up a notch, start killing us, start murdering us. Like they killed Trayvon Martin. Like George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin. That was just like the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I can recall that time when Trayvon Martin got killed, and they was I think they was doing not a protest, but they was doing the court case for Zimmerman. And I remember working at this place down in this little country town where I was like it was me and one brother. We was the only 2 brothers in there. Everybody else was doubles. And we working in there, and when they said that George Zimmerman had beat it, man, it was horrible. It was a horrible sight to see, man. I seen the devil, a damn female devil, seen her, yes. Seen her over in the little corner, she, yes. Like she was excited. And I just looked, and I wasn't even in the truth then, but it and I looked and I seen her, I was like, what the? I was like, how can you say yes for a grown man killing a teenager? For killing a child? I mean, Trayvon Martin was like 13 years old, man. Was he like 14 or 15? He was 14 or 15. He was a teenager, man. I mean, killed the young brother because he was walking through the place that he thought he didn't belong at. The brother just came from the store from getting some Skittles. The brother came back from getting some Skittles and getting a Arizona. About to go back to the house and chill, man. And what happened? George Zimmerman followed him and killed him, man. You know what I'm saying? These devils had the audacity to cheer about it. Because that's how they really feel about us. That's how they really feel about us, man. That's what they really think about us. They're glad and happy to see when we die. They love it. And that's why we have to separate from them. No longer can we continue to tell ourselves that if we all come together, everything's going to be okay. Now, we have tried that for years. We tried that with Martin Luther King's theory when he said he had a dream. And this dream ended up being a nightmare for black and Latino and Native American people. Look at us now. Look at after the dream of Martin Luther King. Look at us now. He said he believed he had a dream that black people and white people would come sit down at a table and join hands, man. And it didn't work. His dream was a nightmare. Look at us now. Look at us now. People still trying to join hands with these devils, man. And every time we try to, one of us get killed, man. One of us get murdered. You know, like I.S.U.P.K said, he right. He said they got a perpetual hatred for us. That's damn right. They do. They never will love you. They always going to hate you. You know what I'm saying? They always going to hate you. So how can you try to come amongst these people and join hands with them, thinking that that's going to be the key and answer to us surviving? It's not going to work. Our people are going to continue to die, man, as long as we try to bring ourselves amongst these people, man. You can read that again for me up?
It's the book of Exodus chapter 33, verse 17. Like verse 16. For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight?
Yeah, right. We pray that we have found grace in the sight of the Most High, man. Go ahead.
Is it not in that thou goest with us?
Mm-hmm.
So shall we be separated?
Yeah, we should be separated, man. We have to be separated from these devils, man. We have to be separated from everybody. We have to be amongst ourselves. Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have to separate from all of these nations around us, man. We have to. Go ahead, up.
I and thy people from all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
We have to be separated from everybody on the face of the earth, man. No longer can we sit up here and say that everything's going to work if we just join ourselves in one big melting pot and come together. It's not going to work because everybody hates us. All the nations on the face of the earth hates us, man. Chinese hate you. The Japanese hate you. The Africans hate you. The Arabs hate you. We know who hate us the most, the so-called European man, our oppressor. The devil, they hate us the most. But we have to separate from all of these nations on the face of this earth in order for us to live and survive, man. Nothing else is going to work. It's only going to get worse, man. It's only going to get worse. Everybody going down there trying to protest and join hands with everybody, man. The Most High is going to unload on our people, man. You know, don't be surprised when the coronavirus sparks up even more, man, and then more people just die. All the people that was looting and doing all this and joining with the oppressor, the loot, steal, rob, and kill, man. Hey, don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised when you start seeing people dropping dead from the coronavirus again. Because the Most High is trying to tell us that we have to separate. We can't come together, man, with all these nations and people. People tried that before. They tried it in Babylon, and guess what the Most High did? He separated everybody. He divided all the nations from amongst each other. The Most High knows better than we do. He's a lot smarter than we are. You know, leave it up to our black leaders and our church leaders. They'll have us joining hands with everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, and then I seen what's his name, John Gray, the nerve and the audacity of this false leader. I seen him out there trying to protest, walking out there like he was some type of hardcore brother. Man, if you don't go sit down in that church, man, you know, you don't give a damn about your people, man. Only time you coming out is when you can look at a way to get yourself back on top. Because you know these churches are falling. Nobody's coming into churches. You know, you ain't getting the money that you used to get. So, and the way to make yourself seem irrelevant to the people, you come out there with the people and march. Guarantee you was holding hands with some devil. And we all need love. That's the only way we gonna make it. Mm-hmm. All right. We're gonna see where loving everybody gets you. You see what happens when prostitute loves everybody, they get AIDS. Man, you get sick. If you can you get me 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 53? We're gonna have to learn, I guess a lot of our people gonna have to learn the hard way about trying to join hands with all these nations when the Most High told us to separate from everybody. To be separate. Separate from all the nations on the face of the earth. You know, we're gonna have to start back going back to our own businesses. We're going to start back supporting each other. It's the only way we're going to make it. You know, 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 53. You know, if you have a slavery and you work your slavery, when you get off your job, go back home to your people. Don't try to go here with these people and march and chill and, you know, I'm going to chill with Jimmy and all of these people. I mean, it's not going to work, man. Even the day when I was at the gym and I just seen something so disgusting, man. I seen I seen the brother. I knew something was wrong with him when I first seen him, and I was just like, okay, this brother looked like he might be, real country. But in the back of my mind, I was like, this brother looked like he's a certified coon, and I just knew it, And I've been going to the gym for a while, working out. And I see him, we speak. He see me, we speak. I'm like, what's going on, brother? How you doing? He's like, hey man, what's going on? And I heard him talk. I was like, what the hell? Brother sound like Garth Brooks, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the hell going on? So I come back in Monday to work. Was it Monday or Tuesday? It was one day I went in to work out at the gym. I go in the gym to work out, and he's in there with a young Edomite child who like he's about 10. Me being me, I'm like, brother, what are you doing? You trying to get murdered? You trying to get killed? Like, man, I could never be caught with an Edomite child in my car, man. Like, working out at the gym, I don't give a damn. I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I quit a job because Edomites were too friendly. They wanted me to come sit down at the table and, hey, brother, let's all pray. I couldn't do it. I hated it. I can't work this job. It was a good job. I just couldn't do it. I was like, I can't work this type of slavery, man, where Esau just trying to be so nice and friendly. I can't do it. I had to quit the job. I think the Most High quit that job. I couldn't work it. I don't give a damn about no money. I'm not trying to be friendly. Just let me do my job and let me get out of there. Like, I don't want to be friends. I don't want to chill with your family. I don't want to come to your cookout. I don't want to sit at your table and pray with y'all. I don't want to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let me be amongst my people. Because I know the love is fake. I know it's not real. Mm-hmm. Even today when I was in the working out, I was talking to a brother who, I don't know if he got an Edomite woman or not, but he seemed pretty cool. Me and him was talking and everything. So the Edomite woman comes in. I guess she works there with him. She come in, she hug him on the shoulders, and then she see me. I'm trying to get my little protein shake and get out of there. She come up and try to give me the fist pump. I was like, hey, what's going on? She was like, show the fist. I was like, I just threw it up in the air. I was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, man, get that fake love out of here, man. Take that and take it with you, like, cause I know it's not real. We know it's not real. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, where were you at all the other times? If you're really sorry, you'll do what the scriptures say, man. You'll get down and kiss the boots of the slaves. Mm-hmm. You'll get down on you'll empty out your bank account and give us everything. But these devils don't mean the things that they say, man. They don't mean that when they tell you that we're sorry for what's happening to your people. They don't mean that. They don't want to give up their kingdom. Do you think they want to switch positions with you? Do you think these devils want to see black men killing white people in the streets and policing them and murdering them and getting off scotch-free with it? They don't want to live that type of lifestyle. So whenever I see a devil try to be nice like that, man, I get the hell away. Because I know it ain't real. I know it's just a joke. I know it's just a game. I'm separate from them. I separate from these devils, man. And that's what we have to start doing, man. No longer can we sit up there in the churches with these people and try to join hands in hands and thinking things are going to work and be okay. It's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? We have to separate. They had something about, what's her name, Eve, the sister Eve. She has a billionaire husband. And she says since the riot's been going on, she's been having problems in her marriage. The Most High is going to break that marriage apart, man. Because the Most High wants everybody to be separate. He wants everybody to be with their own nation of people. And we were never supposed to be amongst these people, man. We were never supposed to join hands with these devils and try to get along with them. It's not going to work. You got that up?
It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 5, verse 53. For thou didst separate them from among all the people of the earth.
And who's that them they're talking about in the scripture? It's talking about the nation of Israel. The Most High has always separated us from amongst all these nations on the face of the earth. The Most High knows better than we do, man. The Most High knows the only way for a nation to survive is for them to be separated from each other. So that's how you preserve your people. If we're separated from all these nations, we won't adapt to their customs of life. We won't become like them. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother said it best in the school, man. That's why we're looting, because we learned it from them. The day we came amongst them, we picked up everything that we learned everything from them. We learned how to treat our women the way we treat them from them. We learned how to whip our kids, discipline our kids. We learned that from them. You know, we learn how to loot. We learn how to kill each other. We learned that from them. You know, and the Most High has always told us to separate from these people, man. We were never supposed to join hands with these nations and try to get along with them because it's not going to work. You know, now our people starting to see that, man. Hopefully, not all of our people, but some of our people are starting to see that. You know, they had another video up there. It was a devil with a skateboard. Like General Muhammad said, he said, them devils with them skateboards be the worst ones sometimes. And it was a devil with a skateboard bashing the window of a black barbershop. So the brothers jumped in front of him and stopped him. The devil, he gonna throw his hands up. He's like, all right. You know, trying to get away from the situation. Because our people are starting to finally, some of our people are starting to finally realize that it's these devils who are causing the problems. All of them, even the ones that's marching with them. You got the police who killing you, and then you got the devils who's out there marching with you, out there destroying our businesses. Out there busting out all the businesses. And guess who gets blamed for it? We do. They blame us. I was telling people, I told a sister, I was like, listen, you shouldn't be at them riots, sister. You don't need to be at them on the front line. You ain't a soldier. You a sister. You need to be at the house, making sure your children are all right. You know, if something happens to you, what's gonna happen to your child? You know, you get killed, you go to jail. What's gonna happen to your child? Who's gonna take care of your child? No, women shouldn't be out there, man. None of us should be out there marching with these devils, man. And the sister said, she said it was so bad out there. She said they had snipers on top of the roof aimed down at them. I was like, not no sniper. She was like, listen, we got pictures. She was like, I'm telling you, they had police officers on top of the roofs with guns. And I told the sister, I said, see, this is why you have to separate from these devils. You know, these devils knew that bus was coming into your town, had these so-called Black Lives Matters people on there, and they had white people hopping off with black people, and they already knew that these people were coming to F stuff up. And like I told the sister, I said, imagine if these devils would have started shooting at y'all because somebody started rioting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have got hurt for nothing when the only thing you had to do was separate and go home. Separate, go home, don't partake in none of that. Because marching is not going to work. We've been marching since the 60s. The only thing you're going to get from marching is strong calf muscles. That's the only thing you're going to get from that. Not going to get anything else. Told the sister that, I said, you shouldn't even been marching. She said, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been marching. My ankles were swole so bad. I was like, that's the only thing you're going to get from marching. Swole ankles and strong calf muscles. You ain't going to get anything else. You're not going to get no justice. You're not going to get no peace. Not going to get none of that. But I do understand why people are rioting the way they are. Because a lot of our people are tired of the conditions and the situations what we're going through. And they're angry and they're mad. So I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if I was in the world, I probably would have been out there too. But I do understand. Now, we don't condone the rioting and the looting and none of that stuff, but hey, we understand. We understand why a lot of our people are doing some of the things they're doing. Hell, we even understand why some of our people looting too. Can you read that again for me?
For thou didst separate them from among all the people of the earth.
Yeah, the Most High has always separated Israel from all the people on the earth, man. The Most High knows this, man. He knows, like I said, he knows the only way for a nation to survive is to be separate from each other. You know, if you take all nations and bring them together and put them in one big melting pot, somebody gonna be on the top and somebody gonna be on the bottom. You know, you look around now, guess who's on the top and guess who's on the bottom? Guess who's on top right now? Guess who's on top ruling everything? Running the world, making all the money, sending people to space. You know, they just sent some damn devils to space. Friday, I think it was Friday. They just sent the starship, they just sent these devils to space, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're on top, man. And we're on the bottom. While they're going to space, we're out here rioting and marching. Because our people are still continuing to get killed, man. Now, this is the result of us being amongst these people and try to join them. Now, this is the result of Martin Luther King telling us to come join hands in hands with these devils, man. Instead of us being separated, Martin Luther King told us we got to join hands with our oppressor. And look at us now, man. We in the worst condition we ever have been in ever out of our time in America. While America's sending people to space and getting money and everything, we're burying our people. We're burying our fathers. We're burying our sons. We're burying our daughters. we're burying our mothers. You know, like we said, man, our people shouldn't be out there protesting, man. You know, it's a horrible thing, man. Our people out there protesting, and our people are still getting killed in the midst of all this protesting. They just had a 22-year-old sister up there in Louisville, Kentucky, get shot in the back while she was trying to lead a protest. She shouldn't have been out there, man.
Right.
She should have been separated from these people, man. She should have been at the house, just sitting there chilling, man, trying to find out the true solution on how we're going to beat this situation. That's to come into the I.S.U.P.K underneath Commander General YAHANNA and separate. The I.S.U.P.K has been telling us to do this since 1969, man. That trying to join with your oppressor is not going to work. You know, it just make you an easy target. When you go down there, I forgive you. It's okay. Everything's all right. Just make you an easy target, man. That's the only thing it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? We the only people that's on the streets getting murdered in America, man. We the only people. Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. You don't see the so-called Chinese man getting ripped out of his car and getting beat down and shot in his back. You know why? Because they separated. They separated and established their own town. Even though they are live here in America, they still separated and did their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Chinatown all over America. You got Chinatowns in just about every big city in America. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come and try to join hands with everybody and try to get along with everybody and love everybody. The Chinese did something that we should learn how to do. They separated. They came here, they separated, they opened their business, and they did they did their thing. They got money, they get money, they send their kids to school, they get tons of loans and grants. You know, you be trying to figure out how the Chinese people got so much money and how they living so much better than we are, and we been here longer because they know, they figured it out. They figured it out. Hey, when we get to America, we ain't gonna go and try to join hands with everybody. We gonna move into Chinatown where more Chinese people are. We gonna get this dirty, filthy apartment above some type of restaurant, and we're gonna work in that restaurant. And when we get enough money for this restaurant, we're gonna open up another restaurant, and we're gonna continue to do this and do this and do that. And after we get done opening up these restaurants, we're gonna come back home to Chinatown where our people are, and we're gonna take care of our people. You know, everybody knows that except for us, man, because we've been in slavery for so long, and our Christian pastors just try to teach us how to love everybody. Pastors teach us how to be a whore like them. Now, our Christian pastors are whores, man. The black Christian pastors are whores. They love everybody.
Yeah, right.
They love everybody. They love to go down there and kiss the white man's tail, man. They love to tell us, hey, we all got to get along. We got to spread love. Now, how the hell you going to spread love when these people continue to show us hate day by day? Day by day, they show us hate. Ain't nothing changed. Things have got worse. I mean, so you mean to tell me joining our oppressor is going to help us with them murdering us in the cities? Hell no, man. It's disgusting to see how quick our people were ready to forgive these devils, and it's even worse how they act towards us, telling them to separate from these devils so we can survive. And like I said, how they were doing our brothers up there in Minnesota, man, it was horrible, man. Even the brothers in Illinois, I seen a video with them where the sister tried to fight the brothers because the brothers told us, man, you know, these devils ain't nothing. We got to separate from them. That we don't need to be down here trying to join hands with these devils. The sister tried to fight the brothers, man. I seen that video. I said, man, Lord be with that sister, man, because she's going to learn a valuable lesson one day about trying to join everybody and try to love everybody. Mm-hmm. Like I said, prostitutes love everybody and they get AIDS. Sis, you're going to try to love everybody, and the Most High is going to give you something destructive in your life. Can't love everybody. Like, it's going to come a time and day where people are going to realize loving everybody isn't going to work. Like I say, all the rioting and protests is going on, man. And Donald Trump still made some type of form and fashion to blame it on black people. And what did he say? These thugs down here marching and down here looting and breaking into businesses. You know, he said thugs. You already know who he was talking about. He wasn't talking about the white people. He was talking about us. He was talking about the blacks, the Latinos, and Native Americans out there breaking into stuff, robbing stuff. Because guess who we learned that from? We learned that from them, and we see them doing it, so we do the same thing. But he has the audacity to call us thugs. But he didn't call the people that in Michigan who marched up down there in the Capitol building with guns and rifles. He didn't call them thugs. He didn't call them domestic terrorists. He just said, hey, they're good people. Maybe you need to work with them and give them what they want. Because Donald Trump understands something that our black Christian leaders don't understand. That you have to separate in order for your people to survive. You have to. You can't continue to love people, man. It's only going to get worse, man. Can you get Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6 for me? Man, it's bad, man. It's a horrible thing to see, man. How many of our people still want to be asleep and just love these devils, man? Still want to just go out there. Hey, I got white friends, and these people are not like everybody else. They not like the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, my friends are good, so I'm not gonna treat them like how y'all treat y'all friends. Like that sister the sister was on Facebook talking about that story with sister in the school, and she was talking about a situation where she was explaining to her sister about the school and how we should be. And at first the sister was, rocking with it. But then the next thing you know, like a sister tried to speak to her again, and the sister just flipped out. She said, I can't be like you and hate everybody. She said, if I hate everybody, I'm gonna be like George Taylor. She said, I'm gonna get done like George Floyd. And so she went over there and hugged the devil. I was like, good night. That's what happens, man. That's what happens when you try to bring yourself amongst these people, man. You become weak. You become very weak. And that's what our people have become, man. We have become very weak. At one point in time in the 60s, man, in the 50s, man, it was no devils allowed inside of the black communities. Because we knew separation was the key to us surviving. We knew keeping these black businesses open and supporting them was going to help us survive. We knew if we send our black children to these black colleges, we're going to be able to survive. And like we said, man, the Christian churches, along with Martin Luther King, man, have destroyed us, man. Telling us to come be with everybody. They have destroyed us. Look at all our businesses now. Look at all the businesses. What businesses do we have now? How many black historical colleges do we have now? We don't have many because everybody has decided to go to all the white colleges. Look at Clemson University right here in South Carolina right now, man. One of the best football teams one of the best football teams, if not in America, besides Alabama, man. But guess who most of the majority of the players are, man? Black people. Our people, black people. And we make Clemson rich. Clemson is is filthy rich. Like you have to go to the town of Clemson to see how rich they are, man. Like it's nothing but rich white people all around that place, man. Living good, they just living. I'm talking about, man, it's crazy, man. I went down there for a couple jobs, plenty of jobs. I don't have to work down there. Come down there and help people build the houses, and I'm looking. I'm like, man, where the hell is all this money coming from? This place is it's amazing, man. It looks good. It's nice. They got the river right here. They got the big lake. Everybody out there chilling on the lake. They got the nice place. They got the golf club, the golf cart over here with everybody playing golf. I'm just like, damn, man, how did they get so much money? And I came into UPK and I found out, man, that us not separating and us joining hands with these devils, they get rich off our people. Our people send their kids to their school and let them play football for their teams, and and they winning all these football games and all of these different things, and these brothers playing football for these devils and not getting one penny for it, not getting anything. They just making these devils rich, rich, and rich. You know what I'm saying? Like all the money that comes in for the football games, they put it on ESPN. They making money from that. The commercials they making money for, because the commercials sponsor them. They making money for the concession stands, people coming to buy food, alcohol, the tickets at the door that they're making. They getting rich off us, man. They getting rich off us. That's why we say we have to separate from them. That's why the Most High told us that we have to separate, man. No longer can we continue to join these people and thinking that that's going to be the key to everything. No longer can we sit down and tell ourselves, man, we got to sit down with the police and with the government, and we're gonna come up with an answer on how to stop these criminal behaviors of these police officers. We tried that already. We don't tried everything in the book, and none of it's going to work. And we don't tried all of that. We don't tried the marching. That didn't work. We have tried voting. That didn't work. And like Officer Natazar said Saturday, man, he said, you know what's crazy? He said Barack Obama had more black votes than anybody ever in history of voting. The most votes, the most black votes. Black people voted for him, and did anything change? Nothing changed. It made it worse. It made it's like when they voted Barack Obama in on the chair, it was like somebody just dropped a whole jug of gasoline on the fire. It just made it worse, man. Everybody cheering, all your black leaders, your black pastors, they were just so happy, like, yes, we finally did it. We got a black man in the White House. It's crazy. We got a black man in a White House. Nothing changed. Just like slavery. What did all the slaves want to do? I want to be in Massa House. So now you put the black man in Massa House. Guess what everybody thought? Things were gonna change. Hell no. Just like back then in slavery, when that nigga went inside the Massa House, that nigga came out like Samuel L. Jackson in the Django. That nigga loved Massa. Damn right, because I.S.U.P.K said Martin Luther King dream messed us up, man. It did, man. It did a number on our people. You know what I'm saying? It did a number on our people. It was like right after Martin Luther King got in there and told us to join hands with the so-called oppressor, man, they started opening up the abortion clinics, man. It's like, as soon as we did that, boom, here you go, abortion clinic. Oh, guess what? Guess what else we got for you? Cocaine. You know, you want to accept everything else we got for you. You want to join hands with us? Guess what we got? We got abortion clinics. We got cocaine. Y'all can do prostitution. You can become drug dealers. You can become whores. You can become this. You can become this. Because when we join hands with them and come amongst them, we take on everything that they have, man. We take on all their philosophies. We take on all their lies. We start living like how they live. And look where it got us, man. Still dead in the streets. Ain't got us nowhere. You got that scripture up? The water. You can read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
For we are what?
A holy people.
We are what?
An holy people.
Holy means separate. The Most High is saying that we are a separate people. Go ahead up.
Unto the Lord thy God.
We are separate people to the Lord thy God, man. We're separate people to the Lord thy God. And who's he talking about? The nation of Israel, which are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are a holy people to the Most High. A separate people to the Most High. That means that we're not like these other nations, man. We're not like the so-called oppressor who gets a thrill, who enjoys killing us, man. We're not like that. We're a peaceful people. And they know that. They know we're a peaceful people. That's why they do it the way we do it, and they know we're not going to really do that because we are a peaceful people. You know, we don't like going out here murdering people for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't like going out here killing people just because of their skin color. Mm-hmm. That ain't what we do. That has never been something that we have done. Never in history, man, have you seen black people go out here and kill white people in the tunes of thousands. I'm talking about by the tunes of thousands just because of their skin color. You can't name it. You can't pull one time in history where you seen black people drop a bomb on a nation of people just because they don't like them. You never seen it. You never seen black people just come kill a nation of people, of indigenous people of their own land and run them off their land and then tell the people, hey, this is our land now. Mm-hmm. This is us. This is our land. This is not your land anymore. And you know right there in your face that this is their land. We never did that. We always been a holy people to the Most High. A separate people. Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why they want us to be in conflict with each other so much. Because they know that we are a holy people to the Most High. And when we come back to the Most High and we become holy amongst them again, they know things will be different. You know, right now they want us to beef and be at issues with each other, man. They had a video they had posted, man. They had the brothers up there in Chicago. and they was trying to make it seem like the so-called I.S.U.P.K brothers were just racist as hell to the Judite brothers. But the I.S.U.P.K brother was saying he was saying that they didn't want looters coming to their businesses and destroying their businesses, which I understand. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants a bunch of people coming into their businesses, destroying it, setting it on fire, robbing and taking anything that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? So they posted a video of the I.S.U.P.K brother saying, hey, ain't no more black people coming into our communities, man, because we know y'all gonna loot. We know y'all gonna come in and steal everything, man. We know what time it is. And you know how the Esau is, the devils, they try to make it seem like we should be at a war amongst each other. And then the next day, they pushed another video out showing that same brother with a Judite brother on the block saying, man, hey man, we ain't even gonna do none of that, man. Because we know not all people are like that. We know not all the black people coming down here gonna do that. And that was the Most High, man, bringing us together. You know what I'm saying? But the brother did say, he was like, but listen, if you come down here with that looting stuff, we gonna beat your ASS. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. Hey, listen, I wouldn't want nobody coming to destroy my business either because they want to be like Esau, because they want to be like their oppressor. Where do you think we learned this behavior from? We didn't just wake up and get off the slave ships and say, hey, we like the loot. We didn't do that. We learned it from them. We learned it from them. We learned everything from them. Where do you think we learned how to bank rob from? We learned that from them. Where do you think we learned how to be gangsters from? We learned that from them. How you think we learned how to cook up drugs? You think we were just sitting out there and just like, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of this and with a little bit of that and bye-bye, I got crack? No, we learned that from them. This is why the Most High has always told us to separate from these people, man. We have to. Nothing is going to change. I'm telling you, man, we're going to be back here once again talking about another brother who's been killed because why? We want to live everybody. It's happening now. Right as we speak, man, there's some cop killing another brother. They had it, man, listen, man. They had one in Florida. I don't know how soon how this video came out, but they had a video in Florida of another brother being killed by another devil cop. The brother that was recording it said, man, the cop hopped out the car and just shot the brother. And then you see the cop walking around with his hand on his head. And the brother was like, see? He said, now you trying to walk around with your hand on your head. You know you messed up. You know you wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know you wrong for what you don't did. And the brother, he was going in on the rant. I felt this pain. I know he was furious and I know he was angry. And the brother said a whole bunch of other stuff. But until people realize, man, that trying to come together with the oppressor is not going to work, man. He's a violent bastard, man. He loves to murder. He loves to kill. Oh, you got something?
Like, I just wanted to say that's exactly how that young brother Tamir Rice died.
Right.
You understand? The cop, he just pulled up and just bang, bang, bang. As soon as he came out the car, no questions asked.
Dang.
You understand? Like, we need to realize, man, like, and you know what I'm saying, exactly what you've been saying and what I.S.U.P.K been saying since '69, man. We need to be separate from this heathenistic nation, man.
Yeah, right.
Because this nation has done nothing for us.
Damn right.
You said, what has the so-called European man done for us?
Right.
What has the so-called African man done for us?
Right.
What has the so-called East Indian man done for us?
Right.
You said, we love their customs so much, they have not done anything for us. So the best solution is to separate from them.
Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. My brother bringing out is so heavy, man. Like, that's the only way, man. Like, these nations have done nothing for us but make our life a living hell, man. That's it. You got brothers up there in New York, man, trying to be cool with the Arabs and join with the Arabs, thinking, me being the Muslims going to work, and these Arabs still disrespect you inside of these gas stations. Still look at your people like they nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got so many brothers who are Muslims, and the Arabs won't even give you your own gas station. Where your gas station at, brother? You a Muslim? You get down with the Arabs. Where your gas station at? Ain't got nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying? You got people out there trying to be Buddhists. Good night. Trying to worship the day of the cat. Trying to be a Buddhist. What has the Chinese people done for your people? Where the Chinese people at marching with us? Now, I don't see Chinatown out there with signs saying no justice, no peace. The people in Chinatown, guess what they doing? They still over there cooking rats and dogs, enjoying themselves. They're like, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with us. We got our own people. And we should learn from this, man. We should learn that we have to preserve our people. We have to preserve our culture. We have to preserve everything. We got to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And one of the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High was he always told us to come back together, man. That the nation of Israel is separate from all of the nations on the face of this earth. And we're never going to get out of this situation thinking that marching and holding hands is going to work. Martin Luther King tried that, and look what it got Martin Luther King. A bullet in the head. Because he wanted to love everybody and sleep with white women. Now, Martin Luther King did like sleeping with white women. He loved the oppressor and got a bullet in his head for it. Malcolm X, after he left Elijah Muhammad, guess what? He loved everybody. He loved everybody. And guess what happened to him? He got murked. He got killed. And he loved everybody. It's not going to work, man. Going down there and protesting and holding hands, man, it's disgusting, man. It's a horrible thing to see. Really hard thing to see, man. See how people trying to go down there and hold hands and, you know, got the rainbow flag up. Good night, you know. And we seen a lot of that. We seen a lot of that at the protesting, man. It was just like homosexuals was just everywhere. It was just horrible, man. You know, you seen, and brothers looked at so weak, man. The protest was just so weak. It looked at so weak. They out there holding hands with everybody. So I seen brothers that I know, that I see on Facebook. I seen brothers out there that I know personally, supposed to be some of the most toughest black people killing gangsters that I know at the protest. No justice, no peace. I'm like, boy, you look weak as hell. You know, you tough as you'll never say that when it come to your people. You know, even your music, 100 rounds, 50 rounds, kill everybody, lay them down. I'm like, okay, but then I see you out there with the sign, no justice, no peace. I wanted to walk up to the brother like, hey brother, I heard your son and you was talking about laying every black person down. You know, but what the hell is this? No justice, no peace. Hey man, we gotta love everybody. Y'all smoking crack, man. Right. Good night. Like, goddamn, y'all that scared of them? Y'all that scared of these oppressors? And that's why the Most High sent the I.S.U.P.K out there, man. While y'all protest sometimes, man, we been out there on them street corners waking our people up. We been out there looking in the eyes of the oppressor, telling them that we should separate from y'all. And that's the only way we're going to survive. We've been doing this since 1969, and nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to take heed of the warnings. Nobody wanted to separate. You know, we'll be out there on the street corners telling our people we need to separate. And so many times have we seen our people grab some random white man and just hug him and kiss him in the mouth, and then you know, that's how we gonna make it. That's how we gonna make it. We gotta love each other. It's like, okay, brother. All right, I hear you. You know, go do your thing. I hear you. We gonna see what's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not trying to talk bad about our brother George Taylor, but even him, he had an oppressor wife. His wife was an oppressor. And when he got killed, the first thing this devil said was, George wouldn't want y'all to do this. He would want y'all to forgive these police officers. I'm like, good night. I'm pretty sure the brother don't want us to forgive him. If he was here right now, and he would have survived, he'd have been like, man, hell no, don't forget him. You know, if he could speak from the grave, that brother would tell us not to forgive these people. No, don't forgive them. F it up. F up everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget these devils, what they did to me. F it all up. The sister said, Bree, tell me, she got her name?
Who's that?
Sister Bree?
Bree, Yahala.
Yahala? The sister Yahala said, she said, say that again, weak. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I laughed at them. Hey, sis, hey, we laughed too when we seen them down there. I was just, they had the big cop diesel brother. They had the big cop diesel brother. He's so big he can't even wipe his tail. He out there, he dancing. He out there dancing. I'm like, and when the police pulled up, I looked in his eyes. I said, this nigga scared. This nigga is scared. That boy was afraid. I'm like, man, listen, man. That's why the I.S.U.P.K, man, the real soldiers of the Most High are in the I.S.U.P.K, man. Like, we look in the eyes of the devils, man, and we are not afraid, man. We ain't scared, man. We don't give a damn if we have to lose our life telling our people that we got to separate and come back to each other. We don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? What the hell we need to be afraid of? We're afraid of the Most High. Why the hell we need to be afraid of some man? The Most High made the coronavirus. And you mean to tell me I should be afraid of some devil? Damn that, man. I'm going to tell my people the truth. Hey, separate. Don't stop trying to come together with everybody, man. Stop holding yourself out to these devils. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of couples, interracial couples, are really feeling it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm pretty sure. And you know what's crazy? That gun range, that Dewey's pawn shop, that pawn shop we went to, and when we went to the gun range, that Edomite seen one of the brothers' shirts, Kazak Shapar. The Edomite, Kazak Shapar, you might remember this. The devil was looking at your shirt. If you were in class, the devil was looking at your shirt, and he was just so fascinated with the shirt. And the first thing he said was, "My wife donates to all the black colleges." I was like, okay, cool. Right. So you know, us, we thinking that, you know, that his wife is an Edomite. So I come back to the gun range one day by myself, and I'm walking out to the back to the gun range, and the devil, you know, he walk out in front of me. I knew he was up to something. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this devil up to? I know it's something is on his mind. So when I step out, the first thing he asked me was, "What's your religion? What you believe in?" I was telling my wife about you guys. She was like, he said, "I was telling my wife that it's a family. They come in here all the time to the gun range, and they're just so respectful. Like I never met a peaceful people like these people. They just so respectful, like manners and everything." And he's like, "I was just trying to figure out what your religion is." And you know, I broke it down to him, UPK style. Hey, this isn't a religion. This is our nationality. We're the children of Israel, and you the so-called oppressor. Da da da. I broke it down to him like, we don't care about your feelings. You know, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Like, what you think this is? The Christian church? No, we don't care about your feelings. But you know, I did it in a respectful way, like I've been taught and been trained to. And so after I got through breaking it down to him, that same devil, Kazak Shapar, that devil said, "My wife is black. My wife is African American." And when he said it came out in slow motion to me. I was just like, his wife is black. I was like, good night. Okay, I see now. He was like, yeah, she's told me so many different stories and so many different things about how your people have been treated and everything. You know, I was going to catch him up in the bomb. I was like, what you mean, your people? I wanted to say it, but I was like, nah, I'm going to let him slide. You know, he already I should have made him kiss boots out there. Should have, but I was, you know, in a rush. But that devil, man, I just knew. I was just like, okay, now it makes sense. You know, his wife, his rib is a sister. You know, with all the commotion going on, he's seeing her pain. He's seeing what she's going through. He sees how sad she is, how afraid she is, how scared she is, because she has black nieces and nephews. And he was explaining it to me. He was like, yeah, man, she keeps telling me how afraid she is for her nieces and her nephews, for her sister's children, for her brother's children. And he was like, I was just thinking about us, if we have kids, you know, how am I going to be with my kids? You know, how should I explain things to my kids? And I was like, yeah, I feel you, man. I understand. I ain't want to go into too many details to him. And next thing I know, I found myself out there 2 hours later talking to this devil. And he probably would have still never got it. The point would have never got across to him. You know what I'm saying? But now a lot of these interracial couples are starting to go through their problems and situations because the man that might be married to the black woman, she's feeling the pain of her people. It's starting to get to her. You know what I'm saying? No longer can she sit back and not feel any type of problems about it. You know what I'm saying? She's starting to feel it. Just like it's a sister who's on CNN. It's a light-skinned sister, beautiful sister. But the sister has an Edomite devil for her husband. And the sister said the same thing. She was like, you know, when I leave from here, I have to go home and look on the news and see how my people are getting treated. And my husband always asks me, how does it make me feel? You know, are you okay? Because he sees, you know, what I'm going through. And she was like, you know, my husband, he knows about the times I don't got pulled out my car, pulled over and been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, she should understand too. Like, you got to separate. Like, your husband doesn't go through that. You go through that. He's not going to go through that. You ain't going to never see a time where he gets yanked out of his car because of his skin color.
Right.
But you go through it. You know what I'm saying? Even with these brothers who go with these sisters, man, go with these Edomite women, Salaki, who go with these Edomite women, man, that woman will never understand the pain that you have to go through to look on the news and see one of your brothers dead on the streets. To see George Taylor get killed the way he do, and you have to look at that video and feel that pain. And she looks at you and just come by, you okay? She don't give a damn. She don't understand that.
Right.
And she just wants sex. That's all these devils want from you. They just want your body. They don't truly care for you, man. And that's why the Most High has told us to separate from these people, man. You can read that scripture again for me again.
That's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Yeah, I mean, the Most High said we are a special people, and we're supposed to be separate, man. With us being separate, I mean, we become holy, and we become above all nations on the face of the earth. You know, that's the only way for us to make it. This is the only way for us to be above all nations on the face of the earth. Marching isn't going to work. Protesting or voting, we have to become holy again. We have to become separate, because the Most High has chosen us, man. We are His chosen people, and the only way for us to make it out of this situation, man, is for us to become holy, man. You know, so we're not supposed to be running down to the protest, to march with the devil, telling our people to go and vote for a devil to rule over us. You know, we've been voting since the 60s, man, since the 60s. And how has that worked for black people? How has voting worked for black people? You know, we died so that we could vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were getting killed at one point in time because we wanted to vote for an oppressor to be over us. Like, brothers and sisters died so we can vote, man. Think about that, man. People died just so we could vote. So you can go say, hey, I want this master to be over me, but I don't want that master. He's not as racist, but, you know, I'll take him. I'll take that. I can deal with the little racism he has. And look what it's got us, man. Look what voting has got us. Nothing. Ain't got us nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't worked. Nothing has changed, man. We still getting murdered in the streets. Our women still getting raped. Our men still getting lynched. And they doing the lynching now on national TV for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? You got people across seas in Iran looking at us getting lynched. You know, they in Iran right now with pictures of George Floyd talking about some no justice, no peace. Like, god damn, man, it's not going to work, man. Send some of that money over here to the I.S.U.P.K. General YAHANNA will show you how to get black people together, man. He will show you how to protest. He's not going to take you to the streets and have you marching down the streets with signs. He's going to tell you to be separate. That's why you have us telling our people to be separated from these nations, because that's what General YAHANNA told us to do. That's what the scriptures say to do, man. You know, when you have a great leader, he knows how to make his people survive. General YAHANNA knows how for us to live, man. He knows what we have to do in order for us to survive out here, man. He's not going to hand us over to our oppressors like these Christian pastors have done. He's not going to take us down to these different protests and watch us get the hell beat out of us. Because that's what's happening now. You got people going down to these protests and getting shot in the face with rubber bullets. I'm pretty sure some people don't see it on Facebook. Our people out there getting shot in the face with rubber bullets, man. A 60-year-old sister, man. Like, what are you doing out there? Got shot in the middle of the forehead with a rubber bullet, man. I thought the sister was dead. You just see how they're laying out there, and you just see the bullet, the rubber bullet hanging out the middle of her forehead, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing out there, sis? You somebody's grandmother. You need to be at home. And she don't got shot in the head with a rubber bullet because she thinking us coming all together is the key. She thinking us joining hand with everybody is the way for us to make it. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going, sooner or later these protests will die down. They gonna die down. You know, this ain't gonna last forever. No, we done had plenty of protests and riots go on before, and they died down too. And the same thing is going to happen again. But the Most High is tired of it, and He's going to step in. He's going to force us to have to separate. What do you think the coronavirus is about? Us separating. Us not being around everybody. Us building up each other. You know what I'm saying? People didn't want to listen. They still wanted to go out here and party, have a good time, and look what the Most High allowed to happen. He allowed our brother George Taylor to get killed. You know, our brother George Taylor got killed on Memorial Day. While y'all out there cooking out on the grill, celebrating the white man's Memorial Day, our brother George Taylor was getting killed. He was getting murdered on national TV with a knee in his neck, man. The devil put all that pressure on. I can't even, man. It's just thinking about it, man. It's sad, man. To think about what that brother was feeling, man. You laying on the concrete with a 200-pound man with his knee in your neck. And the only thing you can do is just say, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Mama, help. And the brother's mother is dead.
Right.
But y'all want us all to come together. God damn that, man. I ain't joining hands with no devil. And our brothers, we ain't joining hands. And our sisters, we ain't joining hands with these devils, man. We're separating. We're not joining hands with these Salaki. Just thinking about it, man, it's horrible, man. To have to continue to see our people get murdered the way we do because we don't want to listen to what the Most High has told us to do, man. The Most High has been telling us to separate from these nations. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, they murdered that brother on national TV so the world can see it. And these Christian leaders still tell us to join hands with all these nations. You know, so what happens when we join hands with the oppressors? You allow yourself to be received with this bad company. Now you just around all these bad people, man. You marching with Black Lives Matters and you doing this and you doing that, thinking this is the right thing to do. You know, you got. I'm telling you, man, it's disgusting, man, to see how many people still try to love these people, man. And the sister, matter of fact, the sister told me while they was at the protest in Greenwood, the people was telling me, they said it was some oppressor running through the middle of the crowd saying, F y'all N-words, F y'all, causing problems. And they said, after they got him to calm down, black people went over there and hugged him. Went and hugged him, forgave him. Like, what the hell are you hugging him for? He hates you. But you still want to love him. You still thinking, nah, we don't have to separate. Let him get it off his chest. Let him get it off his chest. When he calms down, I'm going to go speak to him. And then they go speak to him and hug him. And then what? You think you accomplished something? Hell no. Our people did the same thing with Dylan Roof. What did they do? They embraced Dylan Roof. Instead of separating, they embraced him with open arms. Let him come into the church. Looking at him, hey, yeah, man, you know, we got a white man. We got a young white boy. He want to come into our church, man. Like, yeah, let him come in, man. They let him come in and he murdered every damn body. Dylan Storm Roof would have never came into any one of these schools in the I.S.U.P.K. He would have got stopped at the door, and if he would have, hey, listen, if he would have tried anything else, Dylan Storm Roof would have been a tropical storm out there. And we would have beat the tropical storm out of Dylan Storm Roof out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't stepping in this house thinking you're going to do anything to our brothers. Because we know we're not supposed to be joined with y'all. We know we should be separated from y'all. Can you get first, yeah, can you get First Peter's, let me see. You can get 2 Corinthians chapter 6. verse 17. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been saying, man. It's very obvious, man. It's very obvious that these devils hate us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the brothers in the school like to say, man, they just like to throw this little metaphor out there, man. If somebody is raped, if you got a rape victim that's been raped by a rapist, would you turn around and join the rape victim to the rapist? Be like, hey, listen, the only way y'all gonna make this work if y'all come back together. Oh, hell no, you're gonna separate the rape victim from the rapist. You're not gonna bring them together. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, you ain't gonna do that, man. So why is it in America with these various Christian leaders, they try to make it to where we have to join all of these people, man, who's been abusing us for 400 plus years, man? You know what I'm saying? You got all of these different black leaders out here telling us that we should all just come together, man, and join hands. When we are the people that have been abused. We're the victims here in America. We've been raped. We've been robbed. We've been castrated. We've been murdered. We've been lynched. We've been hung. We've been set on fire. But yet, y'all still tell us that we need to join hands. That we need to come together and just be one big rainbow melting pot full of God knows what. You know, thinking that's going to work. It's not working, man. It's not working at all. Our people are getting murdered and killed every day. Every day. It's not going to stop, man. It's horrible to see, man. It's a horrible thing to turn on your TV and see your people just... I'm talking, man, it's so ridiculous right now, man. I'm starting to get to the point where I hate looking at the news, man. But I look at it because I know I get educated from it. You know, I look at it and I see what's going on with our people. I see the pain and the suffering of our people. And it's still bad because when I'm looking at these, I'm looking at all our people out there riding, they still got these devils amongst them. Still walking with them, marching together side by side. They taking pictures. A brother got to sign up, and then the devil got to sign up. They got matching signs. The brother got a sign that says "we cannot," and the devil got a sign that says "breathe." Thinking that's really gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work, man. You got that up?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them.
What are we supposed to do?
Come out from among them.
We're supposed to come out from among them. Go ahead.
And be ye separate.
And be what?
Be ye separate.
Like the Most High has been stressing on us for the longest, man. Come out from amongst these people, man. Stop trying to join hands with these people thinking that it's going to work. We have no choice but to separate. You know, how much more of our people going to have to die for us to realize that we have to separate? Some people starting to wake up and realize, some people, couple people, not much, but some people are starting to realize, man, that us coming together with the oppressor is not the way.
Right.
That maybe if we separate, maybe we can survive. Like, it's time to do something different. We don't did everything else. We don't did it all. No, we don't vote it. We don't. Martin Luther King had a dream. He went to sleep. He had a dream. And we all come together. We did what he said. We joined hands with everybody. We lost our black businesses behind that. You know, we don't did that. We don't did all of that, man. We don't did everything that we thought was right in our brain. We did what we thought was right. We didn't do what the Most High told us to do. The Most High has always told the children of Israel to separate. You know what I'm saying? He's always told us to separate and come back to one another, man. Be with your own people. But yet, look at us now. We still want to go and love everybody. You know, these ain't our words. When we tell our people to separate, don't ever think that it's us coming off our own thought process, you know, thinking about this. You know, these are the Lord's words, man. Can you read that again up from the top up?
Book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord. Now, this ain't us just making this up. This is what the Most High wants us to do, man. He wants us to separate from these devils. He wants us to be separate from everybody, man. He knows better than we do. You know You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the Most High wants, man. He don't want us to go down there and continue to do these things, man. The Most High is going to destroy these devils for what they've done to our brothers, man. For what they doing to George Floyd, man. For what they done to Emmett Till. For what they done to various brothers and sisters on the face of this planet, man. You know what I'm saying? The time is coming, man. The time is coming for these devils to pay the price for what they've done to our people, man. Like, now people that want to go out there and try to join hands with them, go ahead. You get Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21 up. Go ahead. You think joining hands with them is going to work? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. But the brothers here in the I.S.U.P.K, my brothers, we're going to separate, man. We ain't going to join hands with these devils, man. We ain't going to hold hands and skip down the street and date white women because we think it's right. Hell no. We're going to separate from these devils. Because the time is coming for these devils to have to pay for what they've done to our people. And the last thing you want to do is to be amongst these people when their time comes. To be joined hand in hand or be laying in the bed with one of these devils, man. Like, nah, man, this is how you got to do it, man. I remember the Muslim, who was it that? Some of them African cats back in the day, they used to always say, like, I sleep with the white woman. I F the white woman because that's what they did to us. It's like, no, nigga, you just like white women. You just like white women. Like, no, like in U.P.K, we're not doing anything like that. Like, you don't see, like, hey, God forbid a brother ever saying something like that. I'm just saying, like, brother, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, brother? Tomas, man. Yeah, you know what? You know how I get back at the oppressor? How you get back at him, brother? I F his woman. Like, brother, you enjoyed it and she did too. I'm pretty sure that didn't hurt her in any type of form or fashion.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she's calling your phone right now as we speak. Like, nah, that's how you do it. Like, no, I don't heard that so much. That was disgusting. At one point in time, I ain't ever done nothing like that, like what a brother did. But I remember I used to think, I'm like, man, maybe that brother's right, man. Maybe we should, man. But I come from a country town where the devils are real racist, where they don't play. They let you know up front and personal that we hate you and we don't want your men dating our women. And as a matter of fact, I really didn't see too much interracial couples in the town where I'm from. I didn't really see it a lot. You know, you might have had one or two coon brothers. You know what I'm saying? But people didn't fool with them like that. But it was a very uncommon thing to see couples like that. You know, and I think the most high for them brothers and sisters up there where I'm from, man, who still hold on to that. Like, they ain't dating outside of their race. You know, one brother tried that. I seen a brother try that. Like, he tried to, I guess, like, try to boost himself up. Like, you know, yeah, I got a white girl. Like, he brought the white girl to the hood, to where his baby mama was at. And good night. Like, I'm talking about, man, I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but his baby mama went off on him so bad. I'm talking about, and everybody was outside, and a lot of people agreed with him. I'm talking about, he pulled up in the car, and the worst thing about it, you know how Jake is, this isn't his car he's driving. This is obviously the Edomite girl's car. She got the nice drop-top Mustang. She had the, 2009 new model Mustang, you know. He bragging like, yeah. He pulled up to his baby mama apartment down there in the little neighborhood they call the Garden. He pulled up down there. He hop out and she unloaded on his ass. She said, "You think you something now because you riding in the car with that BIT? You know, you got that white in the car thinking my kids is not going with you in that white girl." And I'm looking at it now. I'm like, but that sister was in the right spirit. She said, "I don't know what the hell you think this is. You gonna come down here and think my kid's gonna get in the car with you and leave with you, and you and that white and leave and go where y'all don't know." It's like, my kids ain't getting in the car with you. It's like, if you do anything, you should have came by yourself, you stupid ass N-word. I was like, damn. Went off on him. And then her mama came out there. I don't know what the hell wrong with him. My grandbabies ain't getting in the car with you. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. Forget my it's a like what I'm saying, but man, they went off on him. Went off on him. And the worst thing about it was the sister had Jake brothers. So they came out there with the shirt. So I'm like, oh, they about to beat the hell out of this brother.
Nice.
And then I look in the car. The white girl was just so afraid. She was just so afraid. She was like, she was caught in a bad movie scene. Like, she ain't even looking no more. She was just looking straight. Now, they arguing right here, but her head is right here looking forward. She's just like, ooh wee, I did the wrong thing coming down here today with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was funny, man. Even that sister knew me. That sister was in the right spirit, man.
Mm-hmm.
That brother, I don't know where he's at now, but I know that crushed his spirit.
Right.
He thought he had something. You got Proverbs 11:21. Yeah, like we said, man, for all those people who want to be like that brother, for all those people who down at the protest giving our brothers hell, causing our, yelling at our brothers because we telling our people to separate, and you want to love the oppressor and hold their hands. This is what the Most High said about this in the book of Proverbs.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand.
Though what?
Though hand join in hand.
We shall overcome.
Though hand join in hand.
No justice, no peace.
Though hand join in hand.
We gotta love each other.
Though hand join in hand.
Go ahead.
The wicked shall not be unpunished.
They still gotta get punished, man. You can love them all you want to. They still have to be punished. This is why the Most High has told us to separate. Because he's still going to punish them. You can say what you want to say. You can say, oh, we gotta love everybody. We're never going to get anything accomplished if we still go with hate. All right. We're going to see how that's going to work out. The Most High said the wicked should not go unpunished, man.
Mm-hmm.
They still got to get it, man. They still going to get it. You know what I'm saying? They still going to get it. The Most High has not forgot about what they have done to our people. So you go ahead, you love them, you kiss them in the mouth, you go down there to the protest with them, you hold their hand, and you cry on their shoulder, and they cry on your shoulder. And oh my God, I shared this video, man. It was a horrible video, man. It was a bunch of Edomite devils. There had to be like 30 of them. They was at a park and it was raining, so they all underneath the little thing where everybody had a cookout at.
Mm-hmm.
These devils were on their knees begging for forgiveness to these black people. And oh my goodness, at first I was like, oh snap, that's what's up. Let me see what they gonna do. But then I got to thinking, I was like, oh man, these might be Christians.
Right.
And they show these devils, please just forgive us. And then it blanked out and it blanked back in. The damn black people on their knees too, holding hands with them. I'm like, I was just like, when I seen the video, I was just like,
no.
What in the hell are you doing? Like it was too perfect. I was like,
right.
That couldn't have been a U.P.K. with 30 devils. Like that would have been one of the most glorious boot kisses in the face of the in the U.P.K. Like Salagia said, we had 40 devils kiss our boots in a line, like assembly line at B&W. They was back to back kissing boots. I'm talking about some. They had them in the right position, on their knees, begging for forgiveness. And God damn it, man, the brother had all the black people on their knees praying with him. We forgive you. It's okay. It's all right. I'm just like, well, Salaga, you weak brothers. You weak brothers who like to act effeminate like bees. I'm just going to leave it like that because, you're going to learn a valuable lesson about being so weak. And be willing to accept any type of apology from these devils. Because these devils don't mean it. If I could kill you and the only thing I gotta do is tell you I'm sorry, and you forgive me, and you're gonna bow down, when I get on my knees praying, you're gonna get down on your knees and hug me too, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna let you do it. And I'm gonna kill you again, because you're stupid. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what's gonna continue to happen until we separate from these devils, man. We're going to look on the news again. We're going to see another one of our people get shot down in the streets. We see another one of our people getting killed in the streets. It's not going to change anything, man. So read that again up from the top.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand.
Though you want to join hand in hand for all you peaceful protesters out there.
Mm-hmm. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
They still got to get punished, man. You can go love them all you want to. You can love Betty, Karen, all of them all you want to, man. The Most High is still going to punish them. Mm-hmm. And if you get caught with them, you're going to get punished too. You're going to get punished too. You're going to get exactly what they're going to get. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing for you to do, man, is to come into the I.S.U.P.K underneath Commander General YAHANNA, man, and learn how to survive and live here in these last days, man. Because, man, you see everything going on right now. We at the end. We at the end. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out there and love them? Go ahead. Don't worry. You're going to get caught up with them, too. And that's why you see so many of our people at the protests getting killed out there still, man. Because they still haven't learned the valuable lesson to separate from these devils, man. They still going down there loving everybody, holding hands, thinking that's going to work. And the Most High is still going to show you that these people hate you. These people don't love you. Cops still killing people. The brother in St. Louis that owned the store, that owned the, oh my God, man, the brother that owned the restaurant in St. Louis, he got killed by cops. Mm-hmm. And his mama said that he used to give free food to the cops.
Good night.
He used to feed the cops. They come in, hey, you want a free plate of food? Get the cops a free plate of food, and guess who killed them? The damn cops.
Good night.
It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work, man. It's sad, man. But like I said, the Most High knows better than what we know, man. You know what I'm saying? He knows that, hey, this is the only way for our people to wake up, man. Like, many more of us are going to die, man. Many more of us are going to die. Because we want to continue to love everybody. And that was a sad, sad, sad thing to see. That brother who had the restaurant, who fed police officers, to turn around and get murdered by police officers. And he was peaceful. He loved everybody. He didn't want to separate. And the brother thought, you know, maybe us doing this and coming together is going to work. And it didn't work. The brother got murdered, man. Sad, man. What time? 8:53. I'm going to probably go on a little more out. Pull another scripture. So I pull this last scripture. Yeah, you can get Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. We'll finish it off with this, man. Like, man, I don't know what it's gonna take, man, for our people to really realize, man, that all of this loving everybody is not going to work, man. It's not going to work, man. We'll hear about you on the news. We'll hear about you. You got that up?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Do what?
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
That's what we got to do, man. If you don't want to get the coronavirus, man, come out of her, man. Separate. If you don't want to get shot dead in the streets from by these police officers and these random white people because you jogging, you know what I'm saying? You can't even jog, man. You have to come out of her, man. You got to come out of here and be not partakers of her plagues, man. you have to come back to the I.S.U.P.K underneath Commander General YAHANNA, so you can learn these laws, statutes, and commandments, so you can learn how to save your life, man. Like, learn how to learn. If you want to learn how to live and survive, come into I.S.U.P.K, man. We're going to teach you what's going to save your life. Marching and protesting, man, it's not going to work. Like, we have to stop. Those days are over with. That stuff is done for, man. Watch it, see, man. Watch it, see how many more people can. Man, just watch, man. Watch how many people catch the coronavirus. All those lovey-doveys. Oh, I'm holding hands with everybody. You know, you forgot about the 6 feet rule. You forgot about all that because you just so in love with Esau and his people. Man, listen. Hey, Lord be with you. Because my brothers, we knew what time it was. My brothers, we knew that we should be separated from these people. But everybody want to come out there and have a good time, and we gonna make this work, man. You know, this ain't a time for love. It's ain't what they say that this ain't a time for hate. It's a time for love and time for hugs. You go ahead and hug them, just like they had the New York State Commissioner up there. He was just, I was laughing my ass off, man. So I was laughing because you know I'm like, we in the I.S.U.P.K. He's from New York. He's one of the police commissioners. He's one of the top head police commissioners. He knows what's been going on with black people and their police officers. He know how we get harassed. He know how we get murdered. He know how his cops treat us. But yet he's out there hugging everybody. You know, throwing the little fake tear that falls out from the right eye. That one tear, he shed it. He hugging everybody. That dude gonna catch the goddamn coronavirus, man. He's gonna learn too. He's gonna learn the hard way too about not trying to separate from everybody. The Most High is trying to separate y'all. That's why he made the coronavirus, because he wanted us to separate from everybody. Right. But yet, y'all want to come together, man. Hey, Lord be with you, man. And with that, man, we're gonna end this class, man. I'm gonna get these. I got. This is the I.S.U.P.K, the security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 to 21, Malachi 3 verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, Masharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Feast of First Fruits, which we'll be celebrating this Friday. We'll be closing out. It'll be Friday, June 5th, and it'll start before sundown. Remind all Akim and Akwab to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, shalom.